All right, Miles, we talked about it a couple of days ago. The Detroit Lions playing against the Washington Commanders for the first time in many, many, many months. They were a favorite. And guess what? Credit to the Detroit Lions. They got it done with a massive win. 36-27 was the final. They jumped up big, 22-0, held on for a huge win. They kind of weathered a Washington charge and took control late to get a massive win. All kinds of big performers, Miles. I mean, everybody seemed to blow up. Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Swift. Everybody seemed to have some big plays today. And I know you've got a few specifically you want to talk about, but we want to hear from Lions fans specifically from y'all in the comment section below. Let us know who your MVP is. And look, this is going to be hard because there were so many guys that balled out against Washington today, but let us know who you think deserves being the MVP after this big win. But Miles, what are your thoughts on this victory for the Detroit Lions?
Yeah, I think some MVPs from Lions fan maybe Carson Wentz, because there's a couple big snafus by Wentz that let them get out so early, like the safety and a couple other things like that. But I want to go through some of these stats, Nick, because like you said, everyone had a good game. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 68 yards, and no, that's not receiving. That is rushing. 2 rushes for 68 yards. Obviously, he had the big one for 58. And then he had 9 catches for 116 yards, 2 touchdowns. Huge game by him. Like you said, Swift had another 56 yards on the ground, but he had 31 yards through the air with the touchdown there. So that was pretty big. I love that, Hard Knock sweetheart Malcolm Rodriguez or Rodrigo, a big 8 combined tackles, tied for the lead on the team. Aiden Hutchinson, 3 sacks, big time plays there. Just all around the ball, everyone looked good. Jared Goff came out through 4 touchdowns. You proved all the doubters wrong. Everyone's like, well, let's just wait and see what the Lions can do. A win's not a win. Just take it. You're the favorites, and you came out, you executed. And not only that, you came out early and spanked the Commanders 22-0 early. So it looked like a dominating win, and you were able to keep on the lead. Obviously, the Commanders adjusted at halftime. Started to come back a little bit, but you held on to the lead and even scored a little bit more. It was a great win for the Lions.
Yeah, I always talk about good teams start strong and then finish strong. And that's exactly what the Lions did, going up 22-0 early with big plays on offense, big plays defense across the board. But here's what I really like is that after the Washington Commanders cut it to 29-21, the game has kind of shifted, right? It's a 1-score game late. What's going to happen? Are the Detroit Lions going to fall apart? Absolutely not. They execute long drive right down the field to go up 36-21. There's a few little, I'll call it almost like pseudo garbage time at the end. The Washington scores again, but they could only cut it to 9. They couldn't get down to 1 possession, and Detroit kind of hangs on, and they finish the job. It never really threatened, I think, down to 1 possession after that late drive by Detroit. So that's what I love. That's the theme of the games this week when I saw some big wins by a lot of teams is starting strong and finishing, because that's what it's all about. You saw this with the Detroit Lions a lot last year, right? They found a way to go through stretches. They either started strong or they made a run at the end of the game. They just couldn't quite finish, right? But you need to piece them together, play complementary football. And I'll tell you who I love. I was very critical of Jared Goff's performance early against the Philadelphia Eagles. He came back a little stronger in the second half, but sometimes it's easy to play quarterback in catch-up mode, or at least easier. He came out and balled out against the Washington Commanders, who gave Trevor Lawrence some fits. This is not a bad Washington defense. That's kind of the strength of their football team. So to come out and do what he did, I'm very impressed by Jared Goff. And I'm very critical of Jared Goff. I think he's, I've been very vocal about the issues I've had with him, but he came out and showed me something with a huge, big time win. Because the good teams, what do, Miles? They win the games they're supposed to win. Detroit, favored first time in a while, and they get the job done. Big win, Detroit. Great job, Lions.